Namaste, beautiful soul. I hope you are well. Let's go ahead and see what the message is for today. So I've got the Six of Swords first up, which I pulled in the reverse, and the message with this card is no more delays, okay? There's no more delaying your destiny, okay? But there's been some unwillingness energy around this. You've had to wrestle with this energy in order to finally surrender. And it's the energy of this surrender, this powerful surrender, that is now protecting you from experiencing delays. Okay, so no more delays. It is literally go time. This is also the end of all of your procrastination, okay? You're no longer procrastinating anymore. You have done the inner work. You have cultivated a high level of clarity, and there's no more feeling unbalanced. In this new chapter that you are stepping into, everything has a beautiful balance. Okay, with the Two of Pentacles, you have become really good at juggling. There's the energy of multitasking, and this is because you have ascended your frequency and remembered yourself as a multi-dimensional being. Okay, so maybe you've suddenly got quite good at multitasking when in the past that was something that you really struggled with. Okay, it's like you can walk and chew gum at the same time. This card is confirmation that you are stepping into a really balanced timeline. And there's the energy of renewal, okay? You have really renewed yourself. There's the energy of rejuvenation and rebirth, as well as phoenix rising energy. And you have created a powerful paradigm shift within yourself. You have transcended the laws of cause and effect. Karma can no longer touch you in this new timeline. Okay, with the Hanged Man, this is the energy of inaction, okay? You are a very, very, very deep meditator, okay? You have gone very deep within yourself, and what you have realized through that experience is that you can influence energy just by being still, using the power of your mind, using mentalism. You can manifest and create without lifting a finger in the physical. Okay, and this is because you have gone so deep into meditation. You experienced revelation after revelation after revelation, right? Apocalypse after apocalypse after apocalypse, right? You became totally fearless. Okay, you opened space for the unveiling to take place, and as a result, Spirit has shown you everything that you need to know. And this card is also telling me that this new chapter that you are creating is a chapter where you accept full responsibility for yourself, your actions, your behavior, and all of your creations. So it's a moving away. In the previous chapter, there was some energy around you not facing up to your responsibilities. Okay, you learned the karmic consequence of not accepting responsibility for your own actions. You now carry that wisdom into this new timeline, this new chapter, where you are taking full responsibility for yourself and for all of your creations. And what I'm hearing is that this is a huge power move, okay? The dark side of the moon is significant here as well. And something about cold rock. Cold rock is also significant. Okay, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, there was definitely some past versions of you that were in the energy of greed, okay? And you have shed those parts of yourself. You're no longer in or swimming in that energy of greediness. You've realized that there's no need for greed because Spirit brings you everything that you need. And there was also past versions of you that were quite defensive, right? Had their walls up quite high. You've taken down those walls. You've opened yourself up now. You're no longer in that defensive energy. And this is because you're in a much higher level of faith now. So there's just no need to be defensive. And there was a lot of energy around reluctance. So you were very reluctant to surrender, to trust the divine, to trust your faith, to trust yourself. You had to really wrestle with that energy. It was brutal, it was warfare, it was pain, it was suffering, okay, but you made it through, you got the breakthrough. And you had to overcome a lot of restrictions and limitations, okay? But this has led to your liberation and your inner freedom, as well as the activation of the inner kingdom within you. So all of that restrictive energy that you experienced in the past actually really served you, and it helped you to manifest the inner kingdom. With the King of Wands in reverse, you really acknowledge now that there was past versions of you that did show up as quite immature, and you have consciously shed those versions, those parts of yourself. You reconcile that energy so that you could bring a higher level of maturity into this new chapter that you are creating. Okay, 2 a.m. is significant, and Archangel Michael is also significant. Okay, and in the past, you went through this phase of not being able to tolerate certain energies. So maybe certain places or certain people really triggered you in the past. And as you have ascended to a higher level of consciousness and zoomed out your perspective to the divine perspective, you are now in a place where you can mix and interact and connect with anyone, anything. You can go anywhere. It doesn't matter. The circumstances don't matter. You have transcended the circumstances. The circumstances are no longer ragdolling your physical emotions, your nervous system. Okay, it's very hard to trigger you in this new energy. In a way, you have become untriggerable. You've just become really sovereign within yourself, a true master of your own energy, a true alchemist. And in this new chapter, you are consciously bringing the energy of responsibility and patience, a high level of patience. You really have crafted within yourself the patience of a saint. Okay, with the Page of Swords in the reverse, there's some energy around irritability, okay? This is coming from the collective, okay? This is coming from old timelines, false timelines that are collapsing and being recycled at this time. Okay, so you are definitely feeling some of this irritable energy. I feel like I'm confident that it isn't your energy, that it's coming from the collective, and it's just part of the dissolution process at this time. Okay, dragons and dragonflies are significant. Okay, and so a lot of the past versions of you went through their entire life feeling as if they were unwanted, okay? And this may have caused significant mental illness and struggle and pain and suffering. But in this new chapter, you have reconciled that energy, and you are not bringing that old energy into this new timeline. You can see now that you went through the experience of feeling unwanted so that you could connect deeper with your true self, the divine. And you are now plunging yourself into the unknown, holding full faith that the divine is guiding you every step of the way. Okay, and these old versions of yourself were very much in denial about your connection to the divine. Okay, this new chapter is the end of that denial. No more denial. Okay, 10 of Swords is confirming that you are in full surrender to the divine. And off the back of this leap of faith, you have already noticed that your health has significantly improved. For some of you, you're feeling the healthiest that you have ever felt. Either that or you're about to. Because you have released so much of that which doesn't serve you. You are no longer pinned. You are free. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Namaste, and have a beautiful day.